Thanks for staying with us. While the country and, of course, the music fraternity continues to mourn the death of Kwaito star Mandoza, a fellow musician, Lira, joins me on the line now to talk about the Nkalakatha hitmaker. Good morning to you, Lira. Thank you very much for your time this morning. Perhaps let's just begin with your message of support and condolence just on the passing of Mandoza.
Thanks, Kathy. It's really quite sad to see one of our own pass on so young. I think our condolences go definitely to his children and his wife. And I saw on my Facebook page there were a lot of people that were just also expressing their heartfelt condolences. We're also grateful that at least we pray that he rests in peace, of course.
What do you think this loss means for the music industry in particular?
I think it's one thing we cannot avoid. You know, it really is a part of life. At least that's how I see it. But Mandoza certainly was a trailblazer in that I remember of our generation, he was the first person who really crossed over. That's one memory I have of him. And I mean, Nkalakatha, I think, will remain a very important South African hit in South African history.
And did you have any particular relationship with Mandoza, Lira?
I knew him obviously as an industry person. I met him for the first time. I shared a stage with him for the first time in 2004 in Mauritius. We were hired to entertain guests there, and I just remember how wonderful he was. He really was a lovely guy. He also came to our studio to record in subsequent years, I think about 3-4 years ago. Actually, his last album he mastered in our studio. But yeah, that's the extent of our relationship, which is more professional.
And of course, for any musician, you know, it really is a big plus if your music outlives you and your music is able to transcend, as you mentioned, they're not just racial lines, but also gender lines. And, you know, to what extent do you think that this is certainly going to be the case where Mandoza is concerned?
I think it already is. Everyone in this country, irrespective of race, color, is aware of Mandoza. And that was a very unique achievement that he had in his career. Nkalakatha is definitely one of those songs at every year-end function. And I'll probably also be, you know, paying homage to him using that very song in upcoming shows. And I look forward to it because I know when you say Nkalakatha, it's literally the Mandoza anthem.